Hi there, this is Bruce Anderson with Rapid Reprogramming, and today's topic is do one thing and become rich. Do one thing and become wealthy. Do one thing and prosper. What is that one thing? That one thing is programming your superconscious mind to be rich, to be abundant, to be wealthy, to prosper. Now, why do I say that? Because I know these programs in the superconscious mind rule our world. You must understand 95% of our thoughts around wealth come from our superconscious mind. 95% of our emotions around money come from the superconscious mind. 95% of our feelings come from the superconscious mind. 95% of our beliefs come from the superconscious mind. 95% of our actions come from our subconscious mind. 95% of our outcomes, our reality, come from our superconscious mind. I'm interchanging those words, superconscious and unconscious and subconscious. So those are just different names, but I'm calling it the superconscious. Why? Because it's playing 95% of the day. You must awaken that we have two minds. A conscious mind plays 5% of the day. That's our thinking, logical mind, of creative mind. But the program mind is playing about 95% of the day, and maybe even higher if we're thinking of the past or in the future. So whatever is programmed around money, and we have many programs around money, if they are negative, this is going to cause us to struggle with money. It's going to cause us to suffer with money. Think about that. If 95% of our thoughts around money are negative programs in our superconscious mind, it's going to cause us to work too hard. Breathe that in. That beautiful prana. So it makes me think of that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, by Kiyosaki. And he's talking about, that whole book is all about his best friend's dad has programmed his mind to be abundant. Now his own dad, who is highly educated, has a doctorate degree, teaches at college, is broke because his dad learned negative programs around money. So even if you're educated, does not mean you're going to be rich. So that one thing is you have to program your mind to be rich. When do we get these programs from? So from the ages of third trimester of pregnancy to about 7 years old, our mind is downloaded with programs, right? Our mind is a computer and it has to have programs. So the first 7 years of our life are downloads. This is our blueprint for our future. Whatever is imprinted is expressed in our life. Science is saying 70% or more. I think it's as high as 98%, because less than 1% is the rich of the richest. You know, the Rockefellers, the JP Morgans, they're extremely rich. 2.2% of the population makes $1 million. Now that might be a lot of money for some people, but maybe, $1 million, I live in Seattle, Washington, is not really that much. So what science is saying, that we learn all these negative programs. That's why I named my company Rapid-Reprogramming, because we have to reprogram these negative programs to be positive. These negative programs are coming from our lower conscious mind. And to be abundant, it has to come from our higher conscious mind. You must realize that everything is energy. Albert Einstein said that equals MC squared. So what is he saying? Everything is energy. And you must understand everything has a frequency. So 70 to maybe 98% of us have too low of a frequency to attract wealth, right? We heard of the law of attraction, but you must understand that is a secondary law. The law of frequency is the primary or the first law. So we must raise our vibrations by letting go of our negative subconscious programs around money. And that's what I do, right? That's my specialty. I have discovered a proven system that I can go in and transform these negative programs into positive ones around money. And that's quite amazing. And that's like my specialty and what I'll do the rest of the life. Again, rapid reprogramming is within minutes, changing some of these programs around money that we've had for decades. I do have an upcoming class, October 1st from 1 till 3. If you want to get more information, check out rapid-reprogramming.com/wealth mindset. So getting back to the one thing, we have to come from a higher conscious, a positive consciousness, right? It makes me think of the Russian proverb, chase 2 rabbits, get none. We cannot be in a lower consciousness and expect an outcome, a positive outcome around money, right? If we have negative programs, we must reprogram it. We must transform these negative programs into positive. We must change these negative programs around money to be positive ones, right? This changed my life so much, I decided the rest of my life, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to help people reprogram their money programs, because I know personally I've struggled. It's affected my marriage. I actually went through a divorce because we argued about money. I've lost a $1.95 million house to foreclosure. It not having enough money has caused me a tremendous amount of pain. I feel getting choked up just talking about it. I don't know. I don't want other people to struggle, right? We only live once in this body, and we're only, this is the youngest that we'll ever be. So we must learn how to program our mind to be abundant, right? When you learn how to create financial freedom, then you can learn how to create time freedoms. And when you learn how to create financial and time freedoms, you can learn how to create location freedoms. And when you do location freedoms, you can create energy freedoms. It's a beautiful world when you learn how to program your superconscious mind to be wealthy or to be rich, right? I want your superpower to be wealth or to be rich, or maybe for you it's a 6-figure income, maybe for you it's a 7-figure, maybe it's an 8, whatever it is for you, right? We are all connected to money. Anyway, love you guys. This is Bruce with rapid-reprogramming.com.